What we do here is go back.
Here we are, guys, back down Friars Point today. Finished at half one today, so spoke nicely to my boss and he said I was allowed to go home. Me and Dad's come down here for a few hours for the evening tide. High tide's about 8:30, I think it is, roughly. I know it's around the 8 o'clock mark. I can't exactly remember what time. I'll have to have a double check. But yeah, we caught down here last week, I think it was, so we thought we'd come back down here. The weather's a lot better than what it was last time, well, for the wind wise anyway, so we'll give it a go. We'll see how we get on. Dad's just walked down out to the stinky hole, just to see if there's anyone down there. I think there is, because he's been a while. I think he's talking to someone. So we'll wait for the tide to come in for a little bit, depending if we stay in this part where we were last time, just next to this stinky hole, or we end up in this stinky hole. But I got a feeling we're going to be staying by here today. It's nice weather, it's overcast, it's perfect conditions. I'll bring you back in a bit. See you in a bit.
Just doing a bit of baiting up. Tide's not in enough for a minute for me. Richard's cast one rod out already with worm on. I'm just baiting up this bluey and squid. It's still frozen. Sometimes it's better doing it frozen, it's easier to cut. Right, I'm doing some with just a side of squid and half a side of bluey. Right, and this one here is a full squid. They're only small squid, mind, but it's a good weighty bait there. So that's a nice weighty bait there. I'll do another one now. Get another squid out, still frozen. Peel the skin off, and they're like wings. Try and get the bone out. Still a bit frozen, to be honest with you. There we are. Put a bit of bluey. There we are. There. Get the plastic cotton that we all know we can't do without. Bind it on. Try and bind it. Get it as slim as possible, because otherwise it'll catch the wind and either blow up your reel if you're using multipliers like me, or it just won't go very far. Right, there we go. I might snip that piece off there, because it lets the end of the squid, it lets all the juices out. This is all fresh. Just bought the small, well, bought on the way here. Yeah, snip that off. And snip the end of the squid there. I've snipped that off. Now all the juices will leak out of there. But there we are. It's like it's bigger than my thumb. It's probably about a finger size bait there. It's probably about the size of my finger, but it is thick. It's nice and thick. There's plenty of juices going to come off that when it gets in the tide. So there, that's all we need. Now on the end of that is a nice big fish. Don't matter what it is, as long as it's a fish. And not a load of seaweed. Right, okay, I'll see you later, guys.
So we're all set up, guys. Dad's just cast his second rod out. got one out with worms and he's got one out with bluey and squid. I'm the same, bluey and squid on the right hand rod and worms on the left. Nothing at the moment, no actions. We've met, my dad went and met a couple of our subscribers who like watching our videos. They've had a couple of fish now, they've had a dogfish and a nice little bass, he said. So fair play to him. They're on the front of the cliff where Dad won't go because he's scared of heights. You never know, you might have a good day by you never know. The weather's perfect, conditions are perfect. I've had a few knocks on our left hand rod with the worms on it, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. Pardon? What do you mean? Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had a few knocks on the left hand rod on the worm bait. Two anglers just turned up into the stinky hole. Dad thought there was two anglers in the stinky hole, but with two of us it looked a bit tight with our two rods and trying to film and stuff. So we decided to fish where we fished last time. I've got the chest mount on today because a few of you said you didn't mind the chest mount angles, so I thought I'd give it a try today on Friars Point. So hopefully this time, if we do get a bite, I've got the camera on me straight away. I've got the tripod behind just in case though, and I have got a head mount in the bag just in case we need it. So we're all prepared. We're probably blank, but we're all prepared. If we have anything, guys, or any type of action, I'll bring you back. See you in a minute, guys. Here's a question for you guys. What's your favourite drink to bring with you if you come fishing? Mine's gotta be, you're probably all gonna judge me, don't care. It's a Monster Energy. It's gotta be the black and green one. Keeps me going. Dad's is a nice cup of tea, as you all should know. What's your favourite one to drink? Or your go-to? It's on the worm as well, so just had a few bites on that left hand rod, guys. I don't think there's anything on it, but it's worth winding in and checking. It's probably crabs or something nibbling at the worm. Just walked on the bank, on the rocks I should say, not the bank. Same thing. Yeah, nothing on it, just the bait. The worm's a bit smashed up. I say smashed up, there's not much left. Let's go and put some fresh bait on, guys. I showed you last week, guys. Trident carbon fibre baiting needle. Just thread the worms on like you would. These worms today are quite watery, so be messy like me, obviously. Some of the bait is quite small, but it doesn't matter too much. That's a decent one. What you will find sometimes is you go to put it for their mouth and it's quite awkward. So what I tend to do is just stick it basically next to their mouth, just through their head a little bit, and you'll be able to get it on properly. And then just literally put your hook, just go down a little bit, put your hook in the hole, hold your line, get one worm, thread it down, get another worm, thread that down, get another one. Oops. Messed that worm up there a bit, I've got to be fair. Don't matter. I tend to like pull it down, all the worms down together, to get a nice one. Nice compact bait. Otherwise, if you have it too long, so you had all your worms up here for instance, you know, it wouldn't be very good for casting and stuff. Just give them a bit of a pull down, a couple of times round, top hook then back through one of the heads, and it's ready to go. I'll give it a cast and bring it back. Well, still nothing at the moment, guys. They've been up probably, I don't know, an hour, something like that, maybe a little bit longer.
An hour, that's not even an hour yet.
Oh, it's not even an hour, is it? There we are, it's not even an hour. We haven't had anything, but you never know. The tide's started to come in now. We still got a few hours before it gets to white water. So at least, we've got half a chance at least, to be fair. There's been a few fish coming off, like I said at the beginning of the video. The guys behind us on the, or on the point I should say, up on that end, they've had a doggy and a bass. So touch wood, they might start feeding soon. The crabs are definitely out in force.
Yeah, they are.
There's obviously not much tide pull, or tide running through I should say. It's a lifeboat going out there now.
Lifeboat, isn't it?
Yeah, lifeboat, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone needs rescuing probably, or on a test run. Still fishing brilliant squid and worm on one rod. A lot of hooks on the worm baits, and then obviously the Friars on the brilliant squid. I should spin the camera around so you can see something. So if you ever do come on here, basically just aim sort of out of the bay, or just on the edge of the bay, around this sort of area. If you're in this part of the on the cliff on Friars, if you're in the stinky hole, obviously you've got more room I suppose to swing it around, or cast it I should say. But obviously if you're by here and there's someone in the stinky hole, you have got to be careful how far right you go, just in case you do go over the top of them. But if there's no one here, you can literally cast anywhere around this area. But me personally, I'm heading this sort of direction around this area. Dad's got his around this area. I know we haven't caught anything, but it's probably useful information for you, so you know roughly where to go. There's no seaweed or anything that you're going to get stuck on. If you're in the stinky hole, there's a lot of bit of seaweed in front of you, like clumps of it. You just got to be careful. It's not really known for a snaggy area. Not what we found anyway. Yeah, it's literally just sand in front of you all the way.
Seaweed in front of you and then sand.
Probably about 20 yards of rocks in front of you, and where we are, just down by here. 20 yards out to around there roughly is just rocks, and then after that then it's just all sand. There's Dad's rods. Dad checking for a bite. Hopefully we have some type of entertainment. Just let's hope one of the entertainment's not falling in. We usually bring our life jackets, but today we accidentally forgot them. But we'll be careful. There's loads of people around, loads of fishermen around, so we should be okay. We got our wellies on for good grip. Yeah, we got a net anyway, so it's probably one of the best things we ever bought was a net. That thing there. It's definitely a fish saver, to say the least. It was so much easier when Dad had to go down and scoop the ray up than trying to hand line it up. You just put the net in the water and just scoop them straight up like you would on a boat. So if you can afford it, I do recommend it for places like this, especially if you're on your own. It's probably a bit difficult to net it on your own if I've never tried it. One day I might have to, or Dad might have to try using it. But they are handy.
You know, carfishing, when you have to bring the rod back over.
Yeah, just scoop it up, I suppose. Yeah, it's a lovely day down here though. Right, back again. I'll pass you over to Dad now, so you can have a talk to him. You probably had enough of me seeing me. I'll pass you over to Dad. Give me 2 seconds, guys.
Hiya guys. Like Richard said, we haven't had nothing at the moment. We've had a couple of casts. It's 25 to 6, I think. High water's 7:15, I think.
That's 7:15, is it?
No, sorry, 7:15, sorry. Yeah, 7:15, not 7:15. So we haven't long, like I said, we cast out about an hour ago because you've got to wait for the tide in here. If you're on the front, you can cast out straight away. So we've had to wait here. But we put bluey and squid on the one. We've put worm on the other one, but the trouble is with the worm, it's going out there. I just cast into the bay and it's coming basically stripped with the crabs because there's no tide. But Richard been putting it out to the right in the tide and it's still come back in stripped. So I've put one, I've come in, baited up again, the two of them. The squid and bluey was okay, but the worm, it was stripped. So I put new worm on, put it out more to the right this time, so try and get it in the tide. And if it comes back in this time stripped, we're going to go back on sand eel and fish, because until just before high water and there's a bit of rip coming through, we're going to just be wasting ragworm, just a waste of time. But it's lovely over here. Richard finished that bass 1/4 so he come over the house and we got in my car and popped down here for a couple of hours because we weren't going to come today, we weren't going to come till next week. But I said to Richard, I wanted to get out of the house with my depression and everything. I said I don't want to be stuck in and wait another week. So yeah, it's nice down here. We met a couple of people that recognised us off our channel, said they enjoys our videos, so that was really really nice. And then they come over, well, the one come over and told us he caught a doggy, and then he come back over then he said he caught a small bass. So at least that's things to look forward to. At least there's fish out there. So let's hope they come round our side. Our side, isn't it, Rich?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's overcast. I think we are going to have a bit of drizzle. We only got our hoodies, we haven't bothered bringing a coat or anything. If it rains, isn't it? But yeah, the last time we come over it was boiling hot. But hang on a minute guys, I've got a slack liner.
Oh, no.
I don't know what happened there, but it dropped to the floor. It dropped to the floor.
I think he's missed it, guys.
On the worm now, wasn't all?
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, Rich.
Oh, unfortunately, guys, he missed it.
Oh,
I was
talking.
I was gonna put it on the chest mount as well, just in case. I tried to whip it off.
You know, that do happen, guys. Right, I'm gonna bait up with worm again.
And get it back out there.
Belt it back out there. But it's the legs broke out and it's shot off down there. There was loads of slack line. So, because the light's dropping now, I know it's only 20 to 6, but with the light dropping, I only just noticed it. So, you know, it could have happened 2 or 3 minutes ago. Hang on, my other one don't look. What's that?
Don't look good.
My other one don't look that tight, do it?
No. Well, you never know, guys. We might have some action for you. Starting to spit now, guys, and girls, because there is a couple of women watching the channel. If I do say cheers, guys, things like that, it's just, I don't know, it's just habit, I think. So I do apologise. Any females offended? They're probably not, but you know what I mean. Cheers, everyone. There we are. Let's start with that. Yeah, still nothing. I'm going to give that right hand rod. Actually, I'm going to give both of the rods get another cast in a minute. With the worm baits, I might drop it in probably 30-40 yards just on the edge of the rocks, just to see if there's anything down there, quite close in. Because I've tried basically as far as I can get a worm bait out there. I've tried that. I've tried medium range. I'm going to try it just dropping it in, like I just said. And my worm bait, not my worm bait, sorry, my Brilliant squid, I'll probably just put it out as far as I can again. Here we are, guys.
There's a start. I knew I had a bite earlier, and then when I checked my bait, look, he was on there. At least he hasn't swallowed the hooks. It's right in his scissors, so it's fine. I don't know what I got on here.
I think it was only winded in to check it. That's why I didn't put the camera on.
I know, because I had a bite earlier.
We just wound it in.
It's due a bait check.
Yeah.
It's on there, so.
Oh, there we are. Happy days.
Yeah, and please now.
We'll take a photo and bring it back, guys.
Yeah.
Win-win.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you're going to do that. Happy days, guys.
Yeah, a nice spot.
There we are. Lovely
nice spotted.
Lovely.
We'll show them a better thing in a minute, Rich.
Once we've run up there, guys, we'll show you properly,
Yeah.
at least.
Come here over by here, Rich.
I thought that went over the top of me, but he never.
Right.
Right, give it 2 seconds, guys.
There we are, guys. A nice spotted ray. What's really funny, I put a tidy bait on, and I said to Richard, I just put that out there, dropped the tip as close as I could to the grass, and I hit it. And it was my best cast all day, and I went, there's a 6-ounce lead on, a good bait on, and I put it as far as I could, and there's the result. So I'm well happy with that. Let's pop him back. I'm going to pop it back there. Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I fell back.
But Dad's happy, that's for sure. So he's had a conger and he's had a spotted ray now as well. So hopefully when high water comes, they should hopefully switch on. Well, for me at least.
We're going on fish baits then, aren't we?
Hey?
We're going on fish baits, aren't we?
Yeah, I got 2 on fish baits now. Tide's dragged me a couple of times. One of them went across the guy in the stinky hole next to me. But you know, it is what it is. It does happen to the best of us. So if we have any more captures or anything like that, we'll bring you back. See you in a minute, guys. Well, it's got dark now, guys. Nothing else so far. Dad's had a nice conger and a spotted ray, so he's well happy. I'm happy as well, obviously, don't get me wrong. It's pitch black. The lines are now starting to go that way,
Towards the beach.
towards the beach, Barry Island. So the lines are going slack, so I gotta keep tightening my lines up, because obviously the tide's drifting the line that way. So you never know. Next hour or so, they might go off. Who knows? Doesn't matter if they don't. I caught last time at the end of the day. I've caught more fish off here than Dad, so it's not too much of a kick in the teeth. So I'm pleased for him. I'm glad he's caught.
It's because I'm a
I'll just turn my head torch on. He thinks he's a belter, but he's not. If he catches another one, I will throw him in. So yeah, the footage is probably not the best, especially in the dark. But you can't really help it. I got a nice bright light down here, keeps blinding me. But otherwise you wouldn't be able to see me if I didn't have it on. I got bluey and squid on the one rod. What have I got on the other rod? Actually, I got 2 on bluey and squid. So I got half a chance at least.
And me.
And Dad's got bluey and squid
Yeah.
on both of his. He just had ragworm on his, but he's taking it off. So who knows? Let me turn my head torch back on just so I can see my my rod tips. I might give them both one of them a check at least. I did put crab on, and
Yeah, but it was...
I cast out, and the clip, well, basically the hook didn't come off the clip, but I think it's because I bulked it out with 2 or 3 crabs on it. It basically wouldn't release.
Yeah, it wasn't the best, was it?
No, it wasn't the best presentation. It was only out there for about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. So it wasn't out there too long, thankfully. So I didn't waste too much time with it. So if we have any more fish or anything to bring you back, I will. It'd probably be the ending when I bring you back with no fish and a sad face. But, you know, it's been an enjoyable session. It's been nice to get out after work.
Right guys, to say it's dark is an understatement. Like Richard said, we haven't had any more. We've had the spotted ray and the small conger. But it was taking us to the right hand side. Now the tide's turned, it's taking us towards the beach at Barry. So we've taken the worm off now. I just wound in now and the worm had gone again. The crabs had had it. So we got bluey and squid and all of them at the moment. I've made some pilchard Richard had and squid, and I also made up some sand eel and squid and some bluey and squid, because we'll stay another hour and a half maybe, because Richard got work in the morning, so we can't stay too late. But yeah, it's been a nice session. But it was just a quick one today because Richard finished work early. It was a matter of jumping the car, come to the house. I loaded the car up. We jumped over Kevin Payne's to get some bait. Got some ragworm, squid and bluey. We had some bait as well, like Richard said about the crab. It was crab that we refroze from last time, so it wasn't very good. That's why Richard probably left it out there 15 minutes, maybe. He might have left it out 20, but it wasn't very good, was it, Rich?
No, it wasn't very
so,
good.
yeah, Barry's looking very nice, all lit up over there, look. I don't know if you can see that, all the lights, look. But yeah, it's lovely. The tide's lovely and calm, yeah. It's just beautiful to be out again. Absolutely beautiful. I've had my fill of cakes and cups of teas and biscuits, and 2 Kit Kats. Richard hasn't had as much as me. Richard's going down now to check his. But if we get any more, guys, we'll obviously get back to you and show you. See you later, guys.
So there we have it, guys. That's the end of the video. All we caught was the well, Dad had the conger eel, or a little strap conger, and the spotted ray. It's probably, what's the time now?
20 past 9.
Oh, there we are, yeah, 20 past 9. So we're going to make a move now because I got work in the morning. It's been an enjoyable session. It's been nice just to get out. It's the first time getting out after work for a couple of years, to be honest with you. So yeah, we'll probably be back out next week, hopefully. We might do another evening session depending on what I'm working. I think I'm working the same sort of rota next week. So if we can, we'll get out in the evening. Team Shepherd, we'll see you soon.